right, stop 11. Henry, what are we doing?
We are going to take the trolley and then take a bus and then take another bus. All this is very good news because according to Google Maps and public transit, there weren't really any of these buses. And so we thought we were going to have to hitch or take like a bus that runs like 1 to 2 times a day.
Or walk a lot.
Yeah. We have to do any of that. This is amazing. Probably the biggest, most amount of joy I experienced in the last 48 hours was finding the bus schedule at Red's Meadow. It was amazing.
Quite the moody vibes here up at the lodge. Oh, I don't want to go up there. It's cold.
All right, we are back on the trail. The third bus. There's like 1 million people on it. We didn't really realize it's Labor Day weekend, and so tons of people on the bus, but we only had to wait for one bus. Only had to wait for like 30-40 minutes, and then got up to Red's Meadow. Oh yeah, it rained on us in line. It's just been intermittently raining. It's gross. It's cold. The weather forecast calls for dust storms, 50-mile-an-hour gusts. That's how Pamela feels. She has not been in a good mood today with the prospect of being frozen and wet. Might get snowed on today, intermittently getting sprinkled on, intermittently getting rained on. But we just saw a guy that we rode the shuttle to the southern terminus walks out of the woods just as we're about to walk in the woods. We've seen him so many times. He's flipped maybe even more times than we have. Anyway, that was crazy. Such a reunion of all sorts of people in Mammoth. Anyway, hope it doesn't rain too much. Hope it doesn't snow too badly or dust storm too badly, etc. Oh my goodness. That is a big buck. Wow. Beautiful. The confluence of the burn and the non-burn zone is just really beautiful on this cloudy, rainy day.
It is sort of a nasty day, but when it's not raining, it's kind of beautiful, I must admit. The fog and everything, it's nice. Big, moody energy here. Got some nice water, and yeah, quite a vibe going on. Oh, and a bridge that looks rather slippery, but hopefully fine. Lovely. All right, you can't quite see it, but thankfully there was a different log that was less angled and therefore not as much of a slippery disaster.
So we're sitting here, finally got a little sun, intermittent fog, like over there. Oh wow, that's the biggest patch of blue sky I've seen today.
Oh, this is so crazy. That was literally white like 30 seconds ago, 60 seconds ago. I don't know. This is...
Yeah.
You'll see the mountains and it'll just be a total whiteout. It's really cleared up quite a bit, although I feel like it's colder than it was when it was all foggy. Definitely a little windy. How are you doing, Henry? Oh, you might be listening to a podcast. That's okay. I'm trying trying to appreciate the beauty and not focus on how cold I am.
Well, we've exchanged cloudiness for raininess. No, what am I saying? Cloudiness for windiness. It is so windy. Weather forecast says gusts up to
50. Alright, we're making our way along. Still pretty chilly, but really nice views, and it's been much less cloudy than it was earlier.
And look at how smooth the underside of those clouds are. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah.
Henry and his clouds. Love it. This is a really beautiful lake. And some pretty mountains behind it. And here's where we're headed. We're gonna be going up soon to another lake, I think.
Look what I found.
What did you find? Oh.
I'm packing it out.
Bless your soul. You're gonna dump the liquid out, right? That's a lot of weight.
Yeah. I'm gonna clean off the bottle.
Oh, I feel sad for the person because they're probably attached to it, but nobody's coming back for that.
Yeah, and you can see it broke.
It broke off.
Got lost.
Oh man, having lost a water bottle, I'm sad for that person, but having been in nature, I'm happy that you're packing that
Also, packing this out.
Nice.
It's a little less impact for me, but this sunset is insane. So cool. Wow.
I'm a little nervous about how windy it is, but the sky is really pretty, and I think there's some rain there, and it's not raining here, so that's good. On second thought, maybe that's just how the clouds are. I thought it was rain at first. Henry just asked if it was rain too. What do you think? It's funny because I just made that video, he didn't hear me, and then he asked that right after I had finished the first video.
It looks like rain.
That's what I thought.
Something tells me that it isn't. And
I
don't know what that is.
So I think it's that it looks too close and not like you would think it would look more dense or something because it's very close, but I guess maybe it's sprinkling. Could it be a sprinkle?
Something just tells me it's not rain. I don't know.
Yeah, it kind of looks more like weird clouds.
Also, that sunset is insane.
Yeah, that's really nice. Anyway, be it rain or weird clouds, I think it is clouds. It looks like it's moving like in that way too.
Well, rain would move.
I know, but something about the type of movement. I don't know.
I know. I don't think it's rain either.
It's very weird. Wow, the views are just really lovely. The sunset is nice.
I wonder if we're actually gonna go around this mountain and see it.
Let's get going and see.
I don't know.
All right, I think this is Purple Lake, and this is the lake we're going to be camping at. Not down there, that's a beautiful meadow, but there are some actual campsites up here, and it's really good because it's very cold out, as I've mentioned probably too many times today, and this has some wind blockade, which is good. Hello everyone. Henry and I were just making the video, and turns out the lake that we're camping by is actually Virginia Lake, not Purple Lake. Purple Lake was the other lake that we were thinking about camping at, but then we went further. And normally I would just like make a comment in the video, the little text box that pops up. But as you can imagine, those take some effort to put into the video, and I feel very tired. So I decided to film this instead. And you know, it's been a long time since we had a film from under the quilt with a headlamp because it's 0 degrees outside. So we're gonna run that back. Henry's actually double checking this as we speak because he was like, that might not be right. And I was like, well, we'll do live coverage. So here's your live coverage.
That's right. Also, I'm glad it didn't really rain too much after the morning.
Yeah, I wish we would have filmed at lunch.
And there are no mozzies.
Yeah, that's true. So that you could see how quickly it changed from like total whiteout to like sun and then back and forth. But we didn't do that, so that's all right. You can just take our word for it. Good night.